Crimson Artist Kit, but this one happens to be the Conceal and Correct Kit. So I'm going to take a bit of the Conceal and Correct Kit along with my new AJ Crimson brush, the eye number 4. Woo! So excited for that. Coming to you soon. And for Lynette, I'm actually going to use a little bit, so the kit actually sits this way. I'm going to use a bit of number 105 here. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this 105 corrector underneath the eye. Can you look up for me? And I'm using the eye brush, my number 4 eye brush, just because I want to not oversaturate her skin with product. And as you can see already, that has canceled out any of the darkness, which was so slight. I mean, it's just what we have. I mean, but look at that. So look at the magic of that, like just all of a sudden. So this is from the Conceal and Correct Kit number 105. The 105 comes in the palette or the pan size and also a full size as well. So I'm gonna do a little bit more. Actually, let me just finish up over here. We'll do a little bit around the mouth area for safety. The trick is only putting foundation and only putting product where you absolutely need it. They're like, wow, this is awesome. And not overloading the skin with product. I mean, she has really great skin, so why would we have to do that, right? Okay, look straight ahead for us. Great. And close your eyes for me. And I'm gonna put a touch on her lid as well. And on the inner corner. What are they asking? What are they saying?
Oh, they're talking amongst themselves.
What are they saying?
Sharing tips about rubbing in with your hands.
Oh,
using
okay.
your fingertips.
Look at that. So I remember the number, AJ. I remember the number. Oh, I love it. You remember the number? Yes, number 4. You remember it, eh? Okay, awesome. Open, look at that. So look at that. This is just using a bit of corrector. This is just this is number 105 corrector, and look at what it's already done just to this side of the face. So it already feels a little lifted, I mean, she already was looking young and fabulous. Now we just even made her look even younger. You said she was 28, she's like 23 now. She's about 22. Woo! You see it? Great. So I will do the other side. And again, this can be really simple and really fast. You don't have to feel like, hey, I don't have a lot of time for this. Once you get your system down and you know what you're doing and where you want to place it, you can literally get this done in about 7 to 10 minutes. That's the great thing. Close for me. Obviously, I'm talking and I'm walking you through the process, so I don't want to go too fast.
Someone said color matching tips.
Color matching tips. So I always start from the center of the face. I always start from the center of the face and then work my way out. That's the best way to match for me. So as you see through the process, you'll see that how I'm doing that. So I'm starting with a little bit of corrector because I know I need a little bit of corrector, and then from there we'll go and we'll see what else is needed. How do I know what shade works best for my skin tone? I love that question, QLove23. So again, it really just starts out with starting from the center of the face. So if we look at Lynette's skin, we see I see a little bit of yellow in there. So I know she has a bit of a yellow undertone. She has some slight red overtones here, right? And again, we're starting here in the center. So what we're gonna do is just find the lightest area and use that as our gauge. Which brings me to
somebody asked, what's the difference between 105 and the peach corrector?
It's color. It's the color. Like, so 102 peach corrector is going to be more for lighter skin tones. And then number 105 is going to be for deeper skin tones. That was a great question. Thank you. So now we got the artist kit, the warm to deep kit, which as you can see, I use my kit. And now we're gonna match a little bit. So I'm looking at her skin. I mean, I can see it. So I'm gonna start off with a little number 4.5 in this. I wanna see what it looks like. So actually I'll start on this side. So this is over here. So I like where that's going. I really do. So I'm just gonna work that up under her eye. And that's gonna give us a nice brightness without it being too light. Because how do you like your makeup? Do you like a bright highlight, or do you like more of a natural?
Natural.
Nice. Now, if she wanted to go a little bit brighter, say she was doing like a smoky eye, then we could go down to like a number 4 in our kit, and then build it from that point. And again, look, I'm still just using that number 4 brush from AJ Crimson, that eye brush, to just kind of buff this out. I'm going over the top of our corrector, kind of stippling and patting and blending at the same time. Nice. So pretty. Let's drop that shade. What do you guys think? I want my life to shift for you guys.
I keep hearing, when are the brushes coming out?
When are the brushes coming out? They all want to know. The brushes are dropping in 2021, so keep locked in so you don't miss it. You think it's good. I love that. Just beautiful. That's great. So this is gorgeous. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now let's go into, so this for me is kind of like a highlight. Like, I really love that. I am going to take a little bit more of number 1.4 or 4.5, I'm sorry, and I'm going to go down the center of her nose, really with the same brush, because again, I don't want to use too much product, but I am going to switch. I want to switch to my number 1 brush. This brush is going to be your lifesaver. This is going to be your friend. This is the number 1 brush in the collection. This one you'll see first, and this is our DDA brush. And why do I call it DDA? It's because it's your dynamic do-it-all. Woo! Because literally you can get your entire face done with this one brush. So I'm going to go in with that number 4.5 again and just kind of buff. Making sure that we smooth out any lines of demarcation. And the thing I love about doing this, the reason why I start from the center of the face first is because it really shows you the blueprint of the face. You know, I think that's just so important. You know, like when you start in the center, you just see the blueprint. So we can start to see her contour here. We can see like in the eye area where her contour is here. It really tells us where we would want to do everything that's happening, right? Which is really nice. So you love the shape of the brush? I love that too. And it's nothing like black girl magic. I love that the skin looks so smooth. It's amazing. I'm new to your products, so watching this live is amazing. I'm glad that you are having a great time. Okay, so I'm going back inside of this kit. This is the warm to deep kit. You can get it at ajcrimson.com. And I'm gonna go for, so that was number 4.5. I'm gonna go into number 7 here. So I love number 7 for a bit of contour. So I'm gonna have you turn towards me just slightly. And can you make a face like you're gonna whistle just a little bit? There we go, right there. So you guys see how that just popped out, right? So this is that blueprint I was telling you about. So literally, I'm gonna take my DDA #1 brush from AJ Crimson, and we are going to just follow what her skin is already telling us to do. And look at how this brush is just literally cupping her cheek, right? Fitting right into the socket of her contour, so you don't have to think about it. You just have to place it and move. Okay, cool. Let's go to the other side. And then again, we see where that contour is, and we're gonna take our brush and we're gonna start from the back, and we're just gonna sweep it forward and just really follow that contour positioning and just kind of buff. And I wanna buff upwards into the cheek, not so much over the highlight, but just up into the cheek so that it really hugs